my experience of living in Berlin, you don't really like live in Berlin. You just live your life. I think that's the only thing that you could say. The city gives you so much options, but it's a shithole, to be honest. I mean, look at it. So yeah, I'm Emil. He, him. What I do, I don't do. In Berlin, you don't do. You manifest. You know. I'm a breathwork artist. Part-time DJing, little gigs with my friends. It's not the most foolish, but it's always the best. In architect, a little, on the side hustle. A techno activist at the moment also. We have these little raves going on. We're actually looking for a flat for it, so if you have one, just let me know. When I first moved here, my friends and my family were like, oh, watch out, the city will change you, you will become a walking cliche. It's ridiculous. I don't let trends influence me at all, I used to know the owner of this place. The city, since moving here, it has just kind of liberated me. Following trends, something that I would have never done in my life, to be honest, because I was always a little bit of a trendsetter, where everything that the people do nowadays, like film, or they are really good into clothing, or they're like the matcha latte drinkers, everything of the stuff I did like 5 years ago, I'm ahead of them. I'm always ahead of the people. I've always been kind of an outsider. Being an outsider is like the best thing ever. You're ahead of everyone, and they call you cringe, but you have to embrace the cringe to somehow. And I think that's what I'm doing now. That's what I'm doing now. And Berlin is really helping with that. I mean, it's a city you live through, you live in. The best thing about Berlin, it's the people. Last week I was in some fancy-ass, bougie wine bar with my friends on a card they could barely afford. But when I was going to the toilet, there was like a guy and a girl out there, and they like quickly shushed me, pulled me in, told me to close the door. The girl sits down next to me, starts peeing like nothing happens. And the guy, we chat a little, and he offers me ketamine. Like, what a guy, ketamine, he gets me. It's amazing. In Berlin, they're like, no borders exist. What's theirs is yours if they like you. But maybe what's like really Berlin is the friends we made along the way.